to go as they load in for the 2018 renewal of the St Ledger Stakes. So let's head straight up and join Mike for the call.
Forward for the William Hill St Ledger. She's in, they're all in, and they're set, and they're off. Racing for the 2018 William Hill St Ledger, the world's oldest classic, is underway, and Nelson was quickly into stride in the dark blue colours. DXB is prominent as well, and coming across from the outside then in the royal blue is Old Persian. Prashima racing close up in 4th place on the inside rail, followed just behind then by Loxley's White Cap. The White Cap also there of Southern France. Kew Gardens tracking that pair with Lah Ti Dar on his outside, restrained. Zabriskie on the inside there of the filly Made Up. At the back of the field then as they race away from us, the Pentagon is in last place at the moment, racing together with Raymond Tusk in the rear, and the pace is a reasonable one. It's being set here by Nelson and Michael Hussey. DXB racing in 2nd with Prashima. In 4th place then is Old Persian, a length and a half clear of stable companion Loxley in the White Cap. Southern France is next, Shamie Heffernan, Purple Jacket with the White Cap then for the O'Brien quintet, who races alongside Kew Gardens and Ryan Moore, tracked there by the pink colours of Lah Ti Dar and Frankie Dettori. Zabriskie next, followed by Made Up, the Pentagon at the back of the field, together with Raymond Tusk. There's probably about 8 lengths separating first and last, and as they race across the far side of the track, they're inside the final mile now in the William Hill St Ledger, and still Nelson setting the fractions here, leads by 2.5 lengths, and DXB and Prashima racing in 2nd and 3rd. The field becoming a little bit more spread out now as they continue over on the far side. At this stage, Lah Ti Dar content to sit in the middle of the field there. Frankie Dettori tracking Ryan Moore, his great friend and rival on board Kew Gardens. But as the runners head down the side of the course, approaching the final 3/4 of a mile now, it's still Nelson, Prashima, DXB who's being shuffled along. Racing in 4th place then is Old Persian, followed by Southern France next. Then on the inside, Loxley. Kew Gardens a length and a half in front then of Lah Ti Dar. Made Up the other filly, the grey filly, getting a little bit closer. Then on the inside, the Pentagon, Raymond Tusk and Zabriskie with it all to do, but they're down the home straight now in the William Hill St Ledger. They're approaching the final 3.5 furlongs. Nelson, Prashima running a massive race. Here comes Old Persian and William Buick on the outside. Southern France is next. Lah Ti Dar is being driven hard by Frankie. She's in 6th or 7th as Kew Gardens makes up ground stylishly on the outside. It's unknown territory for Lah Ti Dar now as they race inside the final 1/4 mile. Kew Gardens has struck the front then from Southern France. Lah Ti Dar is trying. She's closing in 3rd place, followed by Old Persian and DXB on the rail. But it's Kew Gardens who's the one to pass, clear by 2.5 lengths. Lah Ti Dar goes into 2nd place, and she's trying to pull him back, but Kew Gardens is staying on very strongly, and Kew Gardens will go on and make it a 6th St Ledger for Aidan O'Brien. Kew Gardens won the Ledger, Lah Ti Dar a gallant 2nd, Southern France was in 3rd, and back in 4th was DXB.
6th Ledger landed for trainer Aidan O'Brien. Ryan Moore on board, and Kew Gardens has followed the script to perfection here. The race set up perfectly for him. Nelson having cut out the early running. He was happy to track the Pentagon in behind. Lah Ti Dar has given it everything she's got, but the battle-hardened, proven performer at the distance has come through with a withering run, toughed it out from the front, and proved authoritative on the day.
I think you've got to go back right through the season and chart the progress of each horse, because the irresistible difference between them was that one had taken the classic route to the St Ledger, the other one the unorthodox route, and that has really paid dividends, because the extra edges that Kew Gardens had put on him by tackling the Derby, by going to Royal Ascot, and by taking in one of the more traditional trials, meant that he's been in position A relative to Lah Ti Dar. She's all